If you're gonna accelerate college, earn a degree really fast, you might as well do it with a degree that's really cool and can help you earn a lot of money in your career. I have too many people come up to me and be like, hey, I got a liberal studies degree really quick. And I just wanna say, well, good job, dude. You don't get a pay raise because liberal studies degrees suck. Let's make sure that doesn't happen to you. And I'm gonna walk you through 7 majors that I think are really cool and can also all be earned in less than 12 months. And the 5th major on this list is one that sounds kind of boring if you just hear it from a random person, but it's really cool, and I'm going to show you why. Let's start with computer science. Computer science is my favorite bachelor's degree, and I'll show you why. If you hit the internet and just look at the different jobs you can get when earning a computer science degree, information systems manager, $146,000 average dollars per year, information research scientist, $122,000 per year, software development engineer, data scientist, software developer, and the list goes on, and they're all really high paying careers. The cool thing about this, there are a ton of different tech majors like software development or traditional IT or data-based majors. The cool thing about computer science is you can get jobs in almost any part of the tech field with a computer science major. So it's like this one major that's above them all that can get you any of the jobs. So once you graduate, if you get a job and you don't like it and you want to switch, you can, because your degree unlocks more than one door. I absolutely love that. And on top of that, you make really good money. So it's a major that's awesome. The next major on my list is criminal justice. Now, this is the lowest paying major on this list, but if you look at some of the jobs that you can get, it's really cool. For example, being a private investigator or a crime scene investigator or a drug enforcement administration, a DEA agent, or a homicide detective. There are a whole bunch of cool jobs that you can get with criminal justice. It's also a really popular major for pre-law for students that want to go to law school. So if you want to do criminal justice and make good money, there are still ways to do that. The next major on my list is finance.
What do you do?
I am a bank teller. Ryan told me to always tell women you work in finance.
All joking aside, finance actually is really cool. Managing money in general or being a CFO. A cool thing about finance is that if you're good at it, it naturally leads to you being good with money in your real life. So people with finance degrees generally have higher net worths because they know how to manage money. But if you're just looking at salary, we're talking over $100,000 a year out of college is pretty normal. And if you're good at managing finances, you can go way up in salary by getting job promotions and changing companies and things like that. The next major on the list is cybersecurity. I think cybersecurity is really cool and it's really high paying as well. Cybersecurity specialists protect networks, protect digital assets and things like that. You're basically like a hacker, but a good guy hacker, which is really cool. You learn how people infiltrate systems and how people steal things and commit fraud, and then you protect your company or your employer against that. It's really cool. If you just hit Reddit, you can see some pretty cool stuff about cybersecurity. This dude just asked, how much am I going to make if I go into cybersecurity? And look at the answers. This person, 2 years experience, making $130,000 a year. This dude's making $260,000 a year as a cybersecurity architect. This person's making $180,000 a year. This person's making $140 to $160 a year. Another cool thing is you can work remote as well. So if you're good at it, you get promotions, you can negotiate remote work. Pretty cool and high paying. Now, number 5 on the list seems kind of dorky from the outside, but it's actually really cool. The major I'm referring to is human resources. Now, before you say, what the heck, human resources is lame, just let me explain. I'm not referring to human resources like working for small companies, managing payroll and things like that. Traditionally, human resources is hiring and firing and training and payroll, and that's kind of the gist of human resources for people that don't know a lot about human resources. Now, if you're going to get a human resources degree and then going to get a job at a small company where you're just doing those things, it's not very cool. But there are some really cool human resources jobs if you're at the corporate level or you're helping with really large companies. There are human resources managers and consultants that will go into large companies and figure out why they're not profitable internally and find out which departments are inflated and which departments are overstaffed and all sorts of cool things like that. And they'll they'll cut and tell you who to fire and tell you what tweaks need to be made on the inside of the company to make it more profitable. That's really cool. And if you're good at that, you can make a lot of money. Now, if you just do some quick online search, an associate human resource director makes on average $177,000 per year, and a human resources consultant makes $148,000 per year on average. The cool thing is people that are really, really good make significantly more than that. The downside is people that are not good get worse jobs and can make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year because they settle for less. So if you're really gung-ho about being good at your job, this can be a really, really awesome career. The next degree on the list is marketing analytics. If you don't know me, people who have followed my channel probably know I got a marketing degree and I do marketing for a living. I absolutely love marketing as a career, but what is taught in college for marketing is usually a whole bunch of crap. If you study something like social media marketing, what you're being taught in school is 5 to 10 years old. What was social media like 5 to 10 years ago? Is it the same as now? No. So most of what you're learning in college is pretty irrelevant. But marketing analytics is really interesting because you're learning about data and numbers. And if you spend this much on an ad and you gain this much in return, what does that mean? It's all bottom line stuff and working with the numbers. It's really, really cool. Now, if you're good at this and you work for big companies, you can make a lot of money because you're actually making the company more money as a result of your job. So it's one of those jobs or careers where if you're good, the company thrives and increases because of you. If you're bad, the company obviously isn't going to do as good and you lose your job. But it's one of those careers that's actually really, really cool and really rewarding. On a side note, if you leave marketing as a job or a career and you want to do marketing on your own, if you're good at what you do, you can really thrive in business on your own, being an entrepreneur. That's another thing I love about marketing. The next major on the list is curriculum instruction or curriculum design. Now, the name of the major varies depending on the school, but essentially what this is, if you're into education or working in the education space, it's the person who designs curriculum or reviews curriculum or basically has power over what is being taught in schools for school districts or for specific schools or from a statewide or a governmental level. It's really awesome and it's something that makes a big difference. If you're passionate about what is being taught in schools, this is a degree that can give you control or power over actually making a difference. Another cool thing is teachers usually are not paid very well. They're underpaid. We know that. It's a really important career and people who do it just don't make enough money. If you're to get like a master's degree in curriculum instruction or curriculum design, it's cool because you can get closer to making 6 figures per year and you're still working in education. It's one of the more high-paying jobs in education. Now, if you are interested in any of these majors, there are other majors as well where you can accelerate degrees. I help people do this all the time. Just don't make the mistake of just winging it and trying to go get a degree in under a year because guess what? Most people fail. The average college grad who actually tries to accelerate through competency-based programs or through testing out of classes is going to save about 1 year. So they're going to graduate in 3.5 years pretty normally. I teach people how to graduate a lot faster. Most people that work with me are trying to get degrees in like 6 to 12 months. I've seen as fast as 3 months for bachelor's degrees. It's important that you follow the right process when doing this so you can save tens of thousands of dollars and graduate multiple years faster. If you are interested in help or advice, I have a program called Degree Hacking Academy. And if you'd like to learn more about it, you can click the link below and learn everything you need to know about how to do all this stuff. I hope this video has added value to your day and you found some cool major ideas that are actually going to make you money after you graduate. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you in the next video.